Welcome back, everybody, here to your coverage of the G League 2013 group stage season. We are back again, myself, Tobiwan.
And the Capitalist.
And we have ourselves game number two. Game number two of DK going up against Titan. So, without any further ado, let's get into it, Cap.
Awesome. Looking back at game one, I don't think that Titan necessarily got really outplayed. I felt a lot of it was in the draft. I mean, they had that big team fight that went really, really badly, of course, but I just never really saw a good game plan. So hopefully that's going to be fixed in game two. I'm just not going to count. I'm just not going to count game one for Titan, really. I'm not going to count them against it, I think it'd be unfair. I think maybe some questionable things happened in the draft. Maybe they weren't entirely sure what they were going into with that. Mm-hmm. Hopefully game two will have a different draft, a different story, and potentially a comeback, and hopefully game three.
Yeah, man, I hope for a comeback. Yep. Like, Titan still looked good at the very, very start of that game. Like, they were 3-0 at one point. How could they not be looking good? Yeah, and I'm hoping they can show us some of that magic. By the way, we are tapped in, as you can see right here, into the Chinese live stream as well. So I'll be tabbing us back and forth with that one. They are running on about a 2 to 2.5 minute delay, which is the reason why it won't be coming out straight away. But as we tab ourselves back in again, oh, look at the man. It is the Super Saiyan of Dota 2, the Bristleback, coming up as first pick here with DK.
I love this hero, man. I'm just so happy that the Chinese run Bristleback so often. I've missed him. I've missed him for a really, really long time. Alchemist was the first pick from Titan. Not really big surprise there. Alchemist being versatile enough that he doesn't really give away much. And DK, Rubik pickup, standard. He's a good combo here with Alchemist as well, so at the very least you denied that. But any good support with some sort of solid stun, Bane, Rubik, even Crystal Maiden, all very, very good combos with Alchemist. So,
yeah. I just like seeing the Bane pick up more than anything else. I don't think that's really going to be the best choice up against the Bristleback at this point. Visage would have been really, really great, but funnily enough, would you believe DK banned it out when they knew they're picking up the Bristleback? So, oh, snap. Not going to happen. And I'm surprised, too, DK decided to pick up the Rubik so early on. Like, we did see him getting banned out in the last game, and I thought, oh, okay, well, obviously, Southeast Asia, China have really been enjoying this hero a lot more. Because I noticed it from VC Gaming over on the weekend, too, that they valued their Rubik very, very highly. But beyond the point of grabbing something else, like your combination, like your Pugner or something like that, like Bristleback Pugner just seems to be like the bread and butter for any team to win right now. And they just let it go. They let it go past. The DK is going to be taken out as well. So they are starting to look towards the, oh my god, they're just so tanky kind of lineup. Because that's the other option DK can have. Like, they can go Chen, they can pick up the DK, they can grab themselves something like the Timbersaw. Like Miracle is banned out nothing but Timbersaw, Clockwork, as well as DK. You know where he's focusing this. He's focusing the unkillable draft of DK.
Yeah, and it's no surprise, especially with the Mirana pickup, really, really susceptible to those big tanky heroes because she's fairly fragile. So heroes like Bristleback, DK can easily burst her down, and they don't really care about her early nukes, which is the really important thing about Mirana. I mean, she's a decent carry, semi-carry in many ways, because she's able to operate in the early to mid game pretty powerfully. I mean, she's got a great ultimate. She's got a double nuke combo, really, really powerful. I think Bane would be a solid support pickup here. You've got the combo with the Alchemist, but also the Mirana as well, which leaves them open to do many, many things still with their draft. It's rare to have 3 heroes picked up and still have lanes completely wide open for your draft. So that's where I'm leaning right now. Leshract is picked up by DK, so we've got a little bit of push, good combo with Rubik, and with the early aggression that Bristleback is able to put out, you could see a very, very fast-paced lineup from DK. Last time they took a little bit more of their time just because they knew they could versus Titan. They didn't want to get really, really greedy and trying to end the game by 20 minutes because they could have some bad team fights. They took their time. They farmed up. They grabbed a couple Roshans. No surprise, this could be a much faster paced if they wanted to with their Bristleback, whether they're running an offlane or as a carrying. Presumption is that's an offlane. The dual support combo. So look for, I mean, DK would be the obvious pickup for them, but unfortunately it's banned out for their mid.
Well, DK would be one of the big obvious ones, but you got other options. Like, it's almost at this point I want to look towards something like a Lone Druid. I would also like to see a Live Stealer as an option. Mainly because you are going up against the Alchemist. Of course, with the Naga Siren, that makes Live Stealer's life a lot harder here. But both the Mirana and the Naga, it's a lot of stun, it's a lot of initiation coming out, but it's a lot of possible to evade initiation too. Now you got Mirana's Arrow, you can evade it. Concoction, a lot more difficult too, but depending on the heroes you select, it's not at all impossible. And then you got the Naga Net and also her Song of the Siren, which is why I'm still thinking that Lifesteal wouldn't be a bad option up against the Alchemist. But with the Leshrac, Rubik, I'm wondering what DK now want to try and do as their fourth pickup.
You know, I really think that Titan here, this interesting combo of both the Mirana and the Naga, being able to have two of those big ultimates for team fights, you can go into a team fight with Moonlight Shadow, initiate, pick off a hero or two, and right as DK tries to respond, Naga Siren ult. Or some sort of variation of that kind of combo. I mean, they've got so many different ways to be able to sort of reset these team fights. Look for a lot of ganking on Titan, but in general, I still see DK's, I mean, their first three, Bristleback especially. Now the Luna pickup as their carry.
Nova.
Good team fight. Good team fight, good carry.
It's insane damage too. Like right now when I see the Luna pick up, I'm just thinking that DK could be so aggressive with this lineup and aggressive against Titan if they want to go into their jungle, into their defensive lane. Because you got Leshrac, Rubik, and Luna. Now you got one mini stun from the Lucid Beam as burst damage. You've got Rubik, who doesn't really have a lot of burst damage at the start, but what he has is a level 1 controller that can reposition and throw backwards. So if the coordination can come out right now between the two supports of DK with the Rubik and Leshrac stuns, then Luna will have more time to attack, and Leshrac and Rubik will both have more time to attack with their bonus 14 damage as well. So this is what both these teams, what DKs are really searching for. It's all three ranged heroes looking just to beat the crap out of whoever they can and Keeper of the Light. Man, I haven't cast this guy in over a month. Nobody plays him anymore.
Wow, I don't know. I think once again I'm going to have to side with DK's lineup, but it's easy to just because it's so straightforward. Like, it's very, very obvious what they're running, how they're going to run it. They've got good early game, good mid game.
Sorry, I'm just going to call it. Let's wait for the PL. I just want to get this one out here before we go through our ban stage.
I mean, I don't know. Their lanes would be kind of funky.
Their lanes would be completely funky.
Yeah.
There's no other way around it. The only other option is they have the potential for aggressive tri-lanes, but I'm not liking the Naga combination to go with the Alchemist straight up.
Yeah, me neither.
Like, ensnare into a concoction with the follow-up blast, it's okay. Like, the only other option you have from Keeper of the Light, which you would have got from a Crystal Maiden instead, is to go jungle. You just stack and then you farm with Illuminate, but it still requires you to have 2 levels up on that Keeper of the Light, which means you have to have space to pull. And if DK is going against you, you're in trouble for that one. And DK going up against Keeper of the Light, maybe it's another thing we should add into that. The Illuminate spam, Rubik, Leshrac, and Luna are going to have a hard time up against that. They'll lose a lot of life points, which means they won't be able to dive in as well. But if they catch the Coddle out of position, they get the kill on him, they will never have a care in the world. They'll just keep on flying a couple of extra consumables up there, stand their ground because they don't need huge items at the very, very start. They just need a couple of extra life points, and we get Nyx Assassin. So our mid-solo, we should call, right now.
Yeah.
It should be a core position. Nyx Assassin comes up here from DK.
Yeah, because they see the opportunity here. They see a lot of squishy heroes up on Titan that they can feed off with the Nyx Assassin. And all they need is something to really mitigate Titan's movement to make sure that Luna, I mean, you're talking about one of the hardest carries in the game here. They just need to give her time. In conjunction with the Bristleback, you've got late game pretty well insured. So I like this. This is an aggressive mid. This isn't a mid that's going to go into the late game terribly well. He's still pretty decent, but he's really focused on just controlling the mid game and making sure that Titan doesn't get that advantage by being able to continually pick off heroes and make sure that they don't snowball out of control. Now with our Wind Ranger, I mean,
I love it. I love it. This is IG. This is IG during the last G League, in fact. They ran almost an identical draft. And I can't believe, what? I was so stupid to say PL. Like beyond all measure of stupid to say PL. Because the entire time I've always seen, like, been begging for a keeper of the light. It was so an aggressive tri lane can be run. Because your range harassment damage is the wonderful thing. What wasn't working for us before was like a concoction in with the acid spray, in with everything else. And I kind of hope the Coddle and Naga travel with the Windrunner out to the aggressive lane. Because if they do that, we have an extra stun with the Shackle. We then have your power shot, you keep it the light blast, you got a lot of mana behind this as well. And when you dive, you got the Naga Siren, not for her ensnare, but for her Riptide. And allows you to get these kills very, very quickly. And that's going to be what I search for right now out from Titan. And what I search for is probably not going to happen. Ohio setting up towards the top lane. It means we'll have KYXY, the Alchemist Bottle Rush to go middle lane. That puts Extinct as the Windrunner down here on the bottom lane, who's gone for the full, wow, it's like Thor's wife headpiece right now. The Northern Wind, so the Ranger of the North.
Oh my goodness, look at Luna.
What's she?
What?
What the hell build is that?
What?
I can't even go
That
check.
headpiece.
A headpiece
My
is
goodness.
very, very... The helm of the eternal eclipse.
And like, the mount is completely different. Wow, that's just...
That's sexy,
crazy.
man. That's sexy. That's no longer Scottish. That's... Actually, no, that's not true. Scottish people are sexy. Speaking as a man with Scottish heritage. Now,
Sure, Toby.
they are,
Tell
man.
yourself whatever you have to
They are,
believe.
man. Sitting there eating their haggis. That's all about.
Never has there been a sexier food.
Hey, I remember watching... Actually, was that a certain island? No, it was definitely in Scotland. Monica the Glen. Old classic TV show. I don't know how many people here remember Monica the Glen.
You know how long it's been
Bring
since
her
I've
alive.
seen a good Naga Siren core?
A very, very long time. Like, Naga Siren Chorus has been played in over 4 or 5 months.
It's crazy. Crazy. They do have some really good...